54.20 could be the winning bid. Isn't that interesting? Because just a week ago, when we saw this first launch of the Twitter bid by Musk, that people said $60 is the magic number, given that looks like Twitter was trading at $70 last year at its peak, right? So they can argue, well, at 54.20, you might be undervaluing our company. But with the market sell-off, the fact that you saw the Dow Jones with its worst day since 2020 on Friday, and people are concerned about China and all these global macroeconomic events in Ukraine, 54.20 might be looking good here, according to several reports this morning. And Elon Musk apparently has been really selling this to Twitter shareholders. You had reports that he was meeting with the big stakeholders on Friday to outline why he should take the company private. We know what he's going to do with Twitter, right? We know he's going to try to reinstate the Trump account, of course, maybe also go to a subscription model instead of just giving it out for free, since you need recurring revenue. But we discussed this about the trade, because it confuses me about why he would trade 20% of his wealth in Tesla, SpaceX, fast-growing, high-value companies for something that's underperformed like Twitter. And I think it's a marketing communications tool, to be honest, and it's all about influence, because you know that Tesla has no communications, no marketing team, and he does it through his own Twitter and tweeting account.
Okay, well, I can't answer your question. Yeah. I don't know as much about it as you do, but maybe you can answer this question. Show me Tesla, please. Yeah. Because Tesla's stock is down this morning, 2%, below $1,000.
It was down 4%, actually, when all those reports came out that Twitter was close to accepting Elon Musk's bid. And the reason is because a lot of this $46.5 billion is coming through Musk and his Tesla shares, right?
But he would sell shares? Sell Tesla shares to raise cash for
If you look at the financing outline that he updated in that filing last week, I think that half of that, $21.5 billion in loans, will be against $12.5 billion of his Tesla stock and options. He's putting up $21 billion of his own cash. Where's that cash going to come from, since we know that most of his wealth is locked up? I think 80% of his wealth is locked up in Tesla stock and options. So he probably has to borrow against or sell some of the Tesla shares in order to put up the cash to buy Twitter. And that's why you saw that knee-jerk reaction down with Tesla stock.
I can't imagine him selling Tesla shares.
Well, he said he doesn't want to.
Gains tax
right. So
just borrow against it.
But there's a limit to how much you can borrow against his shares, and I think he's already tapped about 80 billion. I don't want to say 80 billion, sorry, 80 million of that. I don't want to be specific with those numbers. I'm not specifically sure, but I just know there's a cap, there's a limit to how much he can borrow against his Tesla stock and options, and he's pushing up against that cap already.
The bottom line is, the big corporate news of this morning is that Musk's bid for Twitter is likely going to go through, and maybe even today.
Well, okay,
that's huge.
Well, here's the thing, though. Twitter can say, yes, we'll accept the 54.20. You know, we don't have an outline of what this acceptance is, because there could be a breakup fee, right? I don't really know if Tesla and Musk is willing to pay a $2 billion breakup fee, since we know he's so mercurial and unpredictable. But also, there's a go shop implication as well in these deals, meaning Twitter can accept a 54.20, but they can also say, we'll go and talk to other stakeholders, other groups as well, for a possible second bid. Because, as you said, there's a fiduciary responsibility for the board to be acting in the best interests of stakeholders.
But it looks like it's going to happen.
Well, they can say yes. Again, that's not the end of it until the deal closes, and there could be a second bidder that comes in, especially if we go to $60 or so. If somebody comes in with a higher bid, like Thoma Bravo, et cetera, and private equity groups. Okay, so we're off and running. We're 4 minutes into the trading session. We're down about 300 points on the Dow after a huge drop last Friday, I should say. They have it down 281, 33,000. I also want to make the note also about Tesla shares, if we can bring this up again, because I think it's important to note as well, when you have the battle of some of the richest people on the planet. And there, we know that Bill Gates apparently has a $500 million short on Tesla shares. That was confirmed this weekend by Elon Musk over Twitter. Of course, we know Elon Musk hates the short, so of course he tweeted out this much talked about Gates meme alongside that new Apple pregnant man emoji. But the fact that one of the richest people on the planet is betting against and predicting that Tesla's stock will fall from these $1,000 levels, I think that has an impact on sentiment. They don't like each other, do they? No, they don't. There's a history between the two. Okay.